So how to power start your day. Have you ever, so I was watching last Saturday, while I was watching this, I don't even know, where was, oh, we were in the gym working out, and there's this, the Still Championships of Chainsaw Massacre, the Chainsaw Cutting Lumberjack Championship. And chainsaw, I don't know what it's called. But they had this, one of the parts of the contest is they do the chainsaw and they cut these big logs that are about that big around, these big old chainsaws, and it's chainsaws on the ground, they go up, they cut it down, they cut a stroke up. And they're cutting through this huge thing, and it's who can do it the fastest. And what they were talking about is the key of winning that was how fast you got your blade on the log. From the start to that. You've seen in racing, in track and field, it's the one that has the best chance to win in a sprint is the one who gets out of the blocks the fastest, right? So if you get your day started off fast, if you start with momentum, the faster you get out of the blocks, would you agree you have a better chance of having a productive day, yes or no? Yes. So I want to talk to you for a few minutes about how to power start your day. Because we have now every morning, Monday through Friday, except for Wednesday, from 9 to 10, a thing called Power Hour. And a couple things that I have noticed. And that is how few agents actually know how to start their day powerfully. Or at least how few agents actually start their day powerfully. I'm not sure if it's because you don't know or what. But I want to just go over some things that I think will critically help you get your day off powerfully. And I wrote down 5 keys to power start your day. So everybody write down number 1. A powerful day begins when?
Morning workout.
Okay, how about this? The night before. A powerful day begins the night before. Now watch this. Is a good workout, is exercise in the morning a good way to energize you for the day? Yes or no? Yes. Absolutely. Okay. Now, if you haven't worked out for the last 17 months, and you get up tomorrow morning and work out for 90 minutes, it's probably going to end your day. Not power start your day, but things that create energy. But a powerful day actually begins the night before. Now, what do you mean by that? Well, it begins by some choices you make. For example, it begins by preparing for the next day. By looking at what am I going to be doing, going over your schedule, going over your plan, going over your goals. It begins the day before by how early you go to bed. Okay? Because if you stay up till 2 o'clock in the morning watching YouTube videos or watching playing online gaming or watching TV, is it going to affect your ability to get up alive, excited, and full of energy the next morning? Sure. Okay? Watch this. If you how much you drink the night before, does that affect the next day? Yes or no? Yes. Absolutely. There's a reason they call it a hangover. Okay? So it hangs over till the next day. Okay? So what you do the night before, both mentally, in your attitude, and physically, in terms of going to bed, in terms of what you eat, drink, if you eat late or whatever, the things that do, they affect your energy, they affect your ability to power start the next day. So a powerful day begins when? The night before. Number 2. The key to a powerful start is starting on time. So start when?
On time.
On time. Now how do you know what's on time? Because you have a schedule. Okay? Because watch, if you don't have a schedule, when are you supposed to start? Okay? I mean, the typical realtor's schedule is
whenever.
I wrote one in December. I actually wrote out a business plan and a schedule, but that was the last time I don't even know where it is now. That's a typical agent's schedule. When do you start? On time. What does that imply? You got to have a schedule. You got to have a plan, and you have to have a schedule. But watch this. I want you to write this down. The hardest part of prospecting, the hardest part of prospecting, the hardest part of lead generating, however you want to say it, the hardest part of that? Starting. It's the first call. It's the first door. That's the hardest part. Have you guys noticed that? Once you start, once I make that first call and it rings, all the butterflies or all the creative avoidance, it's gone. Once you start, it's much easier to keep it going. Okay? It's the law of inertia. What's the law of inertia? An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. The law of inertia is once you get it rolling, I've got inertia behind me, which creates the mojo. It creates the momentum. So the hardest part of a power starting your day is starting it. Okay? Do you know they say that when the space shuttle takes off, in the first 90 seconds of flight, it expends 90% of its fuel. for the entire mission. Why? It's got to break the gravitational pull of the earth. It's the starting. It's the law, breaking the law of inertia. That's the way prospecting is. Getting started is the hardest part. Okay? I mean, how many of you have creatively avoided prospecting for the whole prospecting time? Okay? We've all done that, right? So the most important key to that is making sure that if my power hour starts at 9 a.m., when should I start? 9 a.m. So what should happen at 9 a.m. on the dot? I should have my headset on and I should be dialing a number. Not saying, okay, who am I going to call today? Oops, too late. Point number 3. Point number 3. To start on time, because would you guys agree if you start on time, you're more likely to be productive, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, so the key, first I got to start. Well, to start on time, prepare when?
The night before.
Ahead of time. The night before would be great. The afternoon before. Or early in the morning. Okay, how many of you are truly morning people? Okay, good. If you're a morning person, why not prepare at 7:30 in the morning? From 7:30 to 8, what if I get all my numbers ready? Who am I going to call? It doesn't matter when. The key is you got to make sure that at 9 a.m. I'm not on the computer trying to pull up expires. I'm not on the computer trying to find numbers. I'm not trying to figure out who do I call. Okay? So if you want to have a powerful day, to start, you got to start on time. To start on time, you have to prepare ahead of time. Now, what is the key to preparing ahead of time for prospecting? Let's talk about phone prospecting. If I'm going to make phone calls, what do I need to have before I start the day?
Phone numbers.
I need to have phone numbers. Okay? If I own a Starbucks, when I open in the morning, if I have coffee ready and all this stuff ready, but I don't have cups, would I have a problem selling coffee?
Yes.
Absolutely. So when do they order cups?
2 days ago.
Ahead of time. Okay? Do you think it takes them some time every week to make sure they have enough cups and lids and stir sticks, straw, all that? Does that take some time? How often do they mess that up?
Never.
Virtually never. Okay? And if they do, somebody's in trouble. Okay? Because they're not paying attention. Well, you getting the numbers to start on time, getting the numbers is a part of your business, guys. Just like Starbucks, making sure they got enough coffee and they got enough cups is a part of their business. So planning ahead and saying, well, I don't know who to call. When would be a good time to ask for help on that? Okay? Before 9 a.m. Okay? The day before. Ask for help before, if you don't know how to get numbers, but the key is, if you want to start on time, if you want to power start your day, you have to be prepared so that when I start, I actually have the fuel in the engine. I actually have everything I need to make a powerful day work. Okay, now real quick, let's talk about how do I get phone numbers. Does anybody here ever have any challenge getting phone numbers? Everybody say yes.
Yes.
We all have it, because I hear this a lot. Okay, so I'm just going to give you some quick ways. One, your database. Okay, are you talking to people you know? You should always be calling people you know every day. Okay, you should make it a part of your life to talk to 3 to 5 people that you know every single morning. In fact, I'm going to talk about this next week. I would start my day, every day, prospecting by talking first to some people I know. Okay? Why? They're the easiest calls to make. Okay, talk to some people you know and ask for their business. Ask for business. Who do you know? Who do you talk to that's looking at buying or selling? So one way to get numbers is your database. Second way is through Rebo Gateway. And it's the very thing that we're talking about here. And I sent out an email. They have webinars on Rebo Gateway. Rebo Gateway is a lead source for geographically areas. You can pick areas you can get phone numbers for, up to 250 at a time. You can get expireds for sell by owners, notice of defaults, all of that right here. Okay? And you can pull it back. You can get it for this week, for today only. You can go back a year, 2 years. You can go back as far as you want to and pull up phone numbers. Another place is Realist Tax. You can go to Realist Tax, do a query, and I'll teach you guys how to do that. If you don't know how to do it, I'll teach you how to do it. How to pull up phone numbers from the tax record. Okay? Now, write this down. You need to have 50 numbers an hour ready. So if your plan is to lead generate for 3 hours a day, if you're going to lead generate from 9 to noon, how many numbers do you need to have ready to dial? 150. 150? Oh, where am I going to get that? How am I going to dial 150? Because it doesn't take that long. Okay, for you to make 10 contacts an hour, see, I'm going to do some training on this. You got to learn to be more efficient in your dialing. Is you should be able to dial and talk to 10 people an hour. Okay, virtually any time, 7 to 12 people anytime, even if you're calling expireds. But you got to have enough numbers so that if you got 20 numbers, you're not going to do 3 hours of lead generating. Okay, now you may spread it out, you may stretch it out over 3 hours, but that's probably not 3 hours of productive use of your time. So make sure you're prepared in advance, and part of that is having enough phone numbers. And if you have questions about, well, how do I get more numbers, I can help you. Okay? Number four, to power start your day, start with a few minutes of warm-up. Okay? Now watch this. In any performance-based activity, whether it's performing arts, whether it's athletics or whatever, what do the performers do before they start? They warm up. Okay? How do they warm up? They practice. Okay? What do we call that in real estate? Role play, scripts and dialogues, practicing that. That's why every morning from 8:30 to 9 we have role play, so that 8:30 to 9 you can warm up, you can practice, you can get ready to get started. So that 9 o'clock, you can jump on the phones, jump on the doors, and start being powerful and productive by warming up before you do it. And then the fifth thing is to power start your day. Remember to write this down. Be intense, energetic, and enthusiastic from the start. Be intense, energetic, and enthusiastic from the start. Okay? Now, how many of you have seen athletes who, before they perform in high-energy athletics, before they start, they go through all these kind of rituals? You know, football guys before football games are out there and they're banging shoulder pads. What are they doing? They're getting energetic. They're getting energized. You can do that, guys. If you're like, oh, I'm not there, you can immediately change your energy level by changing your physical state. Okay? Does this make sense, everybody? I'm going to show you how that works in just a second. But the last thing I want to tell you before I show you how that works is, success is a matter of choice, not a matter of chance. Success is a matter of choice, not a matter of chance. And it's the choices you make every moment from the day before, the choice to get ready on time, the choice to get here on time, the choice to start on time, the choice to be alive, excited, and full of energy when you start, to be intense, okay? The choice to actually prospect for an hour or 2 hours or 3 hours without interruption, okay? See, most of our interruptions, most of the things that take us off track, most of the things that stop us, are they a matter of choice or a matter of chance? It's a choice. Most of the things that take us off, I can't control the escrow falling out. But I can choose whether I'm going to let that ruin my day.
Oh, then you can choose the lender.
Okay? Or you can choose the lender. That's right. You can choose to get a better lender. You can choose to use Nader. There you go. So, but you got to take control and responsibility and realize that most of the productivity that I do is a matter of choice. It is your success is not going to be because of chance. It's because of the choices you make every moment of every single day. Does that make sense? Okay, now I want everybody to stand up. I want to show you something. Okay? I want to show you how fast you can change your physical state. Okay? If you're having a hard time getting going in the morning, I'm going to give you a ritual. Everybody ready?
Ready.
So I'm going to show you how to do it, and then I'm going to have you do it after me. Okay? Is everybody up for this?
Yes.
All right, so here's how I used to get started every single day, until it became literally a habit where I wake up in the morning and I'm already like popping out of bed like this half the time. Not literally doing it, but it's in my brain. The energy's there. And here's how I did it. I'm alive, excited, and full of energy. Okay, now, there's about 30 plus people in this room right here. So I'm going to see, and if I didn't get the first, I'm alive, excited, and full of energy. If I didn't do it, I do it again. I'm alive, excited, and full of energy. So, on the count of 3, I'm going to see how many times it's going to take for you. I know it's kind of scary. I made sure I swallowed before I did it so I didn't spit on them when I did it the first time. Okay? So everybody swallow, so you don't want to spit on the people in front of you. But on the count of 3, body language is in place, guys. Hands in the air, and body language up, powerful. I'm alive, excited, full of energy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I'm alive, excited, full of energy. That's right. Now make it a powerful day and a powerful day.
We got it on the first date.
He wants to do some push-ups.
Yeah.
No.
Camera.
Yeah, that's why
Aren't you glad you came? Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited. Full of energy. I'm excited. Full of energy.
and her partner.